Right, this is not really part of the engine rebuild, but then again it is. What I'm going to do is I am going to put some Marvel Mystery Oil down each bore. Now when I assembled these bores, I did put in Lucas assembly lube, but I just want to add a little extra something to see if it can help, or hopefully it will help. I realise, of course, that it's going to make this bugger smoke when I start it, but and also I will have to clean it out before I do start it, so I don't get what's called hydraulicking. And for those of you that don't know, there is a difference between hydraulics and hybolics. And hybolics are what a giraffe has. Hydraulics are liquid. I'm sorry, I just amuse myself so much. All right, stop it now, stop it. The hydraulicking on an engine is when there is a liquid, let's say, on top of the piston here, and the piston comes up, the valves are closed, and because of the liquid won't compress, unlike fuel and air, it causes what's called hydraulicking, and that hydraulicking can bend the conrods. It can do all sorts of damage. I'm sure there is somebody out there that could give a much better explanation than that, but that is my layman's explanation of hydraulicking. And hydraulicking, you're going to figure that one out for yourselves. Sorry, I really couldn't. It just came to my mind. It's the way my mind works. Yeah, mine works. Oxymoron. All right, so what we need are a bunch of tools, and obviously Marvel Mystery Oil. Now this shit can go pretty much anywhere. I mean, you put it in your transmission, you can put it in your engine oil, you can put it wherever they like. I guess you could stick it up your butt if you wanted to, but I wouldn't recommend it. Paper towels, always handy when you're doing shit like this. Spark plug socket, wrench, and wrench for turning engine over afterwards, and syringe to insert. So I have already cracked all the spark plug nuts, and I'm not going to show you me doing every one. I'll just show you one, and then you can figure out how to do the other 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can't you? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It was the man Fritz. Gosh, showing my age again. I'm merely 20. Oh gosh, no, I don't want to be 20. Wouldn't mind being 30 again. 30 was good time. 30 was good fun. I did all sorts of things when I was 30. And I had loads of money too. So, removing one's sparkus plugus. That's good. Get that crap off as well at the same time. So, open up one's bottle of Marvel Mystery Oil. Now, there isn't a recommended dose that I'm aware of. I'm going to put in 50 ml. I figure 50 ml is a decent measure in each cylinder, or at least as close as I can get to 50 ml. Now, one thing to remember, as I'm putting this liquid in here, and some of it I'm sure will creep down and go into the oil pan, which doesn't matter because it mixes with oil, but after this, when cranking the engine over, just to, move shit up and down, don't do it with the spark plugs in. If you do that with the spark plugs in, you will go back to the beginning of this video with hydraulicking. So don't do it. Only do it with all the plugs out. And I'll show you that in a second. Not that that's really exciting, but I've got to make the video last a little longer than it's currently lasting. And then at the end of it, there's a little sidestep towards my son, who sent me something interesting from the UK, and You don't have to, but I would suggest you, if you like mechanical stuff, art-wise, you might want to just check out his site. It may not do any good, but it may do. But have a look. It's not for everyone. It's how can I describe it? It's an acquired taste, and you have to be mechanically inclined, I think, to appreciate a lot of it. And I am mechanically inclined, and so is my son. And I would appreciate it if you would just at least go to his website, have a look. You might find something there you like. All right, let me get the rest of these out and lubed up and then show you the cranking. All right, so now I've put 50 millilitres in every bore. I'm just winding it over now by hand. And as you can see, the plugs are out. Now, tell you, it's quite a stiff turn, this. This engine's nice and tight. All right. So there it is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the plugs back in finger tight. Not going to tighten them up because that is the wrong thing to do. Should I forget and turn the engine over with all that in there, it could cause a problem. At least if the plugs are only finger tight, there's a chance it'll just squirt out by the plug. That's going to be it now for this. Now let me just move you on to a little advert for my son. All right, so this is one of my son's art creations. I believe it was from a Mercedes racing car. I like the way it sweeps up and out like the was it the 70s Formula One cars. Now he's used various components here. You know, piece of copper tube here, a couple of brackets there. I believe this is a saddle support off of a bicycle, and this is the exhaust. Now, okay, it doesn't look particularly good here, but this is and could be displayed. And I believe actually when he showed it originally to me, it was mounted on the wall via the block, so it was kind of like that. So if you're a wall, that's how you'd see it. And if you're not a wall, that's how you'd see it. So that was it. I just wanted to show you that. Now let me take you to the computer and show you his website. So this is his website. It is called star-artf1.com, and that's star with 2 R's. And this was the initial setup of his website. And excuse me, let me get that out of the way. He uses Formula One parts, he'll use aircraft parts, he'll use anything that he thinks will make an interesting artistic piece. Do try going to his website. It's very brief there, but there, if you let's go to the gallery, shall we? When it loads. Okay, so now here you can see some of the things that he has created out of what some people will class as junk, but he's made it into something interesting, or and in a number of cases something practical. There you go, a clock. I'm not quite sure where he got those bits from. Plates off of aeroplanes, and you stick a bottle in it. That's a rather interesting one with what looks like a globe. There you go, all sorts of different stuff here that he has created. So, yeah, Formula One wheel nut. Check it out. Doesn't cost you anything, unless you buy some of his stuff, of course. Then it'll cost you. I don't think he's super expensive, but hey, give it a shot. Give it a look. Do me a favour. Now, a lot of people will harp on, and my son will not do this, about the fact that he's autistic. He suffers from a higher level of brain function than most of us do. Let's face it, most of us don't even have a function. And he works hard at this shit. He's not given up. That's what I like about it. He's not given up. I'm very proud of him. So check it out, guys. Thank you. And as I always say, now get out in that garage and do some shit. Oh, hang on, before we move, there's one other thing. He even got a little write-up here in the, I think it was the Brixton News or something. So you know, you could search that out. If you just type in Philip Mies-star space art, various things will come up with him, and you can check them out. Now, get your ass out in that garage and do some shit.